Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're gonna do a couple of things. I need to finish my grinding for today, which is some React practice, with filters, mapping, and those kinds of stuff. And the other thing that I need to do is I need to fill in so I can see where I'm at with the things that I'm practice. This is aside from the data structures and algorithms, by the way. But first we're gonna do some job seeking. You know, we don't lack in that. Just because we got an amazing opportunity upcoming week doesn't mean we're gonna slack on other stuff. You know, oh, this is the wrong one. I don't like slacking on other stuff. You know, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. We're just gonna see what's. This is like a portal or something, like an this is what I like. But it's in Rotterdam, right? So I'm living in Amsterdam. I love it. What is this? Freelance. Crazy. And you need to go to the website. Fuck. Fuck. These are all third parties, the Good Company, the Haystack, and the Experis. There's another one, it's called Goodwill. That's not a lot though. Interesting. How far is this? No idea what this is. What the hell? What? No. They're not looking for a front-end developer. Never seen such headache. This is it. What? I don't even know what this is. Fuck off. Not a lot of opportunities, and that's what I'm been saying, right? Go ahead. It's not too far. It's decent. Okay. It's decent. Okay, what's the... Okay, let's apply for this one, this position. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so this one has been a while ago then. Oh, and it's the website. Let me see what this the website is all about. Be next VV. Oh, okay. Let's write it now. Huh? Huh? What are you looking for? I have no idea what they're looking for, bro. Oh, okay. Let's just send a mail. Let me get some ChatGPT stuff going on. And I'm gonna grab this one first. Okay, content. You speak Dutch fluently, even if most work will be in English. They don't know what they want. Okay. Where's my chat GPT? Gibberish. Okay. Gonna do chat GPT. All right. So this one, no, this is good. Um, Let me copy that shit into Notion. Okay. Okay, we did that. HR to pnext.au. Alright, give me a second, guys. Okay. Give me a second, guys. It's called HR at pnext. Okay. something like that. Okay, paste. Okay, putting in my resume. How do I do this? Here, files. I'm not sure which one I should send, but I'm just gonna do this. Open. This is uploaded. Great. Alright, applied. Next. Great. This one is good. Okay, so let's see like WordPress. Let's see what happened this week. Right. Oh wait, let's do relevance first. This is an how do you call it, freelance position. I'm not gonna do that. I think I applied already for this one. They didn't send me a message. Let me see what's going on. I think I applied. Some people just never respond. It's called Hello, It's Me. I don't see it though. Oh no, because it's too far, I remember. What the hell is this? What is this? It's crazy that this is a pre, but this is all you do in a content editor position. Alright. What is this? This position I didn't see it first. Okay. I'm just gonna do 3 pages and then I'm gonna do on yes. Yes, I love this. not sure if this is a real. And the thing is that it's not really the content editor position. It's an SEO's position. Let me see what clicker media is. It sounds like a scam though. Okay, let's zoom in. Not there. This one. Okay. Very annoying. Okay, it keeps dropping me in, so this is buggy. No, this is not the same position that they're saying. Nope. Nope. Jesus Christ. Guys, I don't know what kind of position it is, if it's either SEO or it is very. I tried to figure it out, but okay. Let me copy that link and like it's actually a WordPress position. So they're not don't know what they're saying. They're saying just understand it. That's what they're saying. Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna apply for it. Just apply. Okay. Good. Applied. Next one. We are on the third page now. Okay, so this was the WordPress one. Now let's do that on date. That sounds weird because we just checked everything, but what is this? Whatever. Okay, I know nothing. We already saw this one. Also this one, also this one. I'm not a DevOps, so okay, let's check page 4 just in case. We applied to this one just because. Okay, so now we're gonna do just HTML. On date. Okay. think we already applied to this one. 6 years experience. Crazy, right? You're looking for a senior. Okay, let's do one more page. The same trash. Well, we found 2 to apply to, so it's not that bad. So let's do CMS. Right. Didn't see this one. This doesn't even exist. Okay, just apply to this one. Give me a second. So first, let me get the link. And let me get. Okay. So let's go to the chat gibberish. Not this one. Chat. 2T. All right. Okay. What is his name? Let me check. I lost it. Where is it? Okay. He has a name. It's the motivation letter is a bit meh. I think Okay. Okay. Let's apply for this job as well. We'll see. All right. Let's go here. Okay. Okay. Paste. Okay, that is a very strong. Oh, this is Dutch. So I just wrote a quick cover letter in Dutch. How are you doing? So yeah, I was applying on mobile because I'm logged in there and I'm not logged in here. And I will tell you why. Because the logged in version will give you different results and doesn't show you every job description. I'm also logged in with a VPN. It's unbiased, so that's why. Let me see what is this all about. CRO web specialist, proficiency with contentful, A/B testing. Okay, proven experience. So landing page design, performance, so okay. This is a real how do you call this? A real CMS position. They're very rare in my country. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. We're almost done applying for today, and then we're gonna do some React interview practice. So if you're interested in that, then stay tuned. And yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Where are you from? Probably asked it before, but okay. So this one, does it ask for a motivation letter? It does. So let me see. Culture fit, day and club conditions. Okay. When applying for an audition, a strain of performing, you'll be invited. What? What? One. Wait. Let me read again. Okay. Well, what is this? Okay. Let me read. 1. Let us know who you are. Send your resume and want to fill in. Assessor can contact you. After a brief meeting online, we plan a face-to-face meeting at one of the clubs. When applying for an audition as a training performer, you will be invited for the next audition. Fitting or culture is the most important part for the process. We believe character, ambitions, expectation are more important than skills. Together you find out it's mutual match. Okay, it's a culture fit. Sometimes we skip step 4, but depending on the things we ask you to step in a club and have a real life in a day at the club. This way we know for sure. Oh, UGC fam, UG family. I think they mean UGC, which is some kind of content editing skill. CRO, content relation something, or it is a marketing term. Let me see. Yeah, conversion rate optimization. So it's a marketing term. So when someone clicks, um, after seeing your advertisement, that defines how successful your ad is. So let's assume you have 100 people saw your ad. 100 people saw your ad. 2 people clicked. Then you have a 2% CRO. Now, there are more dependencies. I'm very simple explained, but that's basically what it is. So, for this position, let's write a cover letter. Okay. Is there a name? There's no name. Okay. Okay. New one. Okay. Um, so it's gonna write. This is UGC. UGC is a certain content stuff. I've not done this. Um, only talk about SEO and CMS. Let me see. Let's go here. No, the other one. Where is it? Did I just close it? I didn't, right? It seems so. Oh. Huh? I don't know what happened there. Okay. Oh yeah, I see. It's Google. Hi, bro. Can you even give me a good final year project? What does that mean? That's very broad. Do you mean like React or something? Okay. Let me see. What are they asking again? Um, CMS. Okay. Let me go. Talk about this more. Okay. Um, oh, India. Where from India? India is huge, you know? It's like, there's a lot of things to do. Uh, Whatever. I don't think they're gonna even invite me. Okay, so let's put it here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna say WordPress and Shopify. So I don't have Contentful, but I have these two. Um, let's do Drupal or Joomla. Joomla, Drupal, and Shopify. So I have four of them, right? Okay. So let me apply on mobile, and then we're gonna continue. Um, Abdul, you have to tell me, what you mean with the final year project. I don't know what that means. Right? Like, it's very broad, you know. Please understand. Alright. Okay, good. Let's click on the link. Great. Give me a second, guys. I'm almost done. Oh, it sees so. I probably already. It says I'm already applied. Oh, that sucks. All this preparation for nothing. Okay, what's this? Jira, blah 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 blah. What did they ask? 4 years experience, 3 years with nextjs. All these. Okay, it's a full stack. I don't, no, I don't have this. I'm not gonna even try. Don't feel like it. What is this? I can apply to this. Okay. What is the gem stack? Okay. Okay. They always say like you need to do some backend. I'm not gonna do some backend. They can fuck off. Okay, let me see. But very broad. Whatever. Okay. Um, West Bengal. It's near Bangladesh. Okay, so you're Muslim or what should I study? Python, SQL, and pandas. You know the thing is like what are you studying for? Are you studying for a job? Are you studying for a hobby? What position are you studying for? That's the things that I want to know. Else I cannot answer that question. Are you Hindu? Yeah, I understand. Okay. Um, I want to do a CS major, but I'm school right now. Well, if you're doing a CS major, you don't need to know this yet. You don't need to know Python. You don't need to know SQL. Do not need to know pandas. Do you understand? Because this computer science major is going to teach you skills that is actually going to talk about these kinds of things. But if you're applying for a job, that is something else. And seems that you like Python, SQL, and pandas, what you should do, you should go for an SQL position or a Django Python position, which I assume there are plenty around there. But the thing is, people from India are very good at the back end, so and not as good as in the front end. So okay, um, um, whatever. Okay, let's go here. Paste. Why didn't not? Oh, God. Okay. Um. Okay. It's in a school syllabus. I thought, why not learning it deeper? I may try for a job next year. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Um, if you already have that in your school syllabus, then CS major is gonna be easier, right? So that's so definitely um, something you should do. So okay. So what you should do next? I will help you. You need to go to this website, okay? You go to this website and you're gonna explore what these job titles are and if you have any interest in them, right? For example, you click on it and you're gonna learn this stuff. Not all of this stuff, some of things are optional, some of things are not, right? It depends. You're gonna learn this stuff, you're gonna make projects. And when you're done with this project, what you're gonna do is you're gonna apply for jobs. And if you don't want to apply for jobs yet, that's okay. But then you are already ready. So these things, this site tells you what to do. Hope it helps. Okay. Um. Yeah, that looks like a lot. No, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. This is actually the content. So I will tell you what this is. So here it says you need to know the difference between SQL and no SQL. And what is the difference between this SQL and other SQLs. Then it's going to talk about queries, table tables. These are just basics from the relational databases. Then it's going to learn like the definitions, right? When are you going to or when you're going to not to do something. And here is some high level concepts. These are just logs. They are not, they are integrated in how the system design works. Then it's going to talk about extra stuff, right? It's going to talk about databases in the cloud, databases in Docker, databases in package managers, right? These are also um, not important right now, but these are just theoretical stuff. Now we get into the good stuff, right? This all will cost you like 2 weeks. These ones, if you study for like 2 or 3 hours a day, then the good stuff happens, right? You're actually gonna apply the stuff, SQL, and then we're gonna go to security. Now it gets sorry here already. You can apply from here, right? So now you know. So it's not that intimidating. It looks intimidating, but if you're gonna read it, they just separated the definitions. Like it could be one definition. It could only be this, and this is just the topics. They're just like paragraphs. So, all right. Let me change the link. So, copy. I'm not a media senior engineer. Not nowhere to be found. But I will soon be if they don't hire me. So, did I delete everything? Should not do that. Okay. What is this? Yeah, this is what I should have. I think they show you how they give you a guide map on how that works. Let me see where it is. I don't see it here though. Let me give you an example here. Here they say personal alternative, right? They give you this stuff because this SQL, Postgres SQL, this is a very specific SQL stuff. You actually have a something called just SQL. Let me see if I can find it. Let me actually show you how it's done. So if we go here, this is just my country, right? There are more jobs at your place. SQL developer, like they have this. Like you cannot read this because it's my language, but they have this. Or database, you can type in database, and then you're gonna not here, not in my country. Okay, SQL developer. Like it's called local. usually, and then they're gonna talk about SQL a lot. So yeah. Okay, let me apply. Okay. That's really bad of Indeed. Okay. Okay. All right. I applied to this one. Next. What did I click? Oh, okay. Not here. Let's go back. So the yellow ones are topic and the rest is content. Yes, that's basically what it means. Let's go back. Next. Content manager. 5 years of experience. And in a health condition, they're looking for like a pro. And they're not even paying well, probably. Oh, what is this? E-commerce. How many jobs are you applying for? Everything that I can until I get a job. I don't care what it is. I just need to get my foot into the door. Like, I have no ego here. But everything that suits the criteria. Like, we can be picky later. We cannot be picky now. So I don't know what Sitecore is. What is this? Oh, okay. But there are not a lot of jobs in my country. Maybe there are more jobs at your place, but here, not really. Okay. Okay, I'm stretching it. Next one. We did the WordPress. Let me see if I have another keyword. I'm just gonna be very specific. Front. I'm gonna do date. Nay, we're gonna do this one first. Fuck. What is this? What do you want? Very broad. Senior front end. Like, very poorly written. This one, the client and said like I don't fit the profile, but I have anything. So that's very annoying. I also applied to this one. I don't know what this one is. yesterday. Okay, this one just wants to have my resume. I'm just gonna send it. I don't have the experience in Flutter, but doesn't care. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm gonna apply it. We're gonna do React soon. Give me a second, okay? I just wanna make sure that we applied everything. We don't wanna leave food on the table for no one. And I wanna remind you that this channel is for making 607 years, but I'm just switching jobs just because. Not because I like it or anything like that. It's not important. I have to have stability so I can work on this channel more. That's what we're working on. Okay. I don't have Flutter experience, but I ask a lot of things. Okay. What also studio. I'm just lying. It asked me if I have 2 years. Yeah, more jobs, but that's the thing. You have to get a low job first, and then you can decide like, hey, you know, people go for high-paying job first, but it rarely happens. What is this? Oh, this is the asshole job. I remember. Okay. Okay. What is this? I haven't seen this one. What is this? It's a fake one? Okay. I don't know if it's fake. Let me see on Google Maps. It's fake. I think. Let me see if it exists. Oh, it is a thing. And where is it located? Oh, really? I didn't see that. That's really bad. And oh, okay. I know what's going on. This is WordPress. Okay, what are they looking for? Questions. Okay, I'm not sure what they're looking for. Let me close this one. It's annoying me. What? It says a scholarship. What do you mean? I'm just gonna apply. Don't think about it too much. If they're gonna say scholarship, then okay. Let me go this chat gibberish. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I need to generate something. see one here. Okay. Close this off and then we continue. Okay. Alright. They always talk about this shit. Please, good. Alright. This one. Why don't you try outside the country like remote jobs? I will tell you why. For me to apply to a remote job where I'm currently at means I have to get a company there. So that means like I have to start an LLC in America. I have to start an LLC in UK. Then I have to set all these things up. Then I can apply. Because the remote positions where I can actually apply to, not having that, which means in my own country, are non-existent because they hate remotes. Like, like sincerely hate. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me. I think these internet stuff. I don't think you should even be in person. In my opinion, everything can be done on the internet. The same for computer science. But this is my opinion, right? The same for computer science. What the hell did I did there? Everything online. Why do I need to be there? You tell me. I don't know. It's not that I'm having a tea party or something, right? Okay. This is serious business. So that's why. But it's not impossible, right? If it takes too long, I am going to set that up. Okay. Let me apply to this job. Okay. Okay. Good. Applied. Next. Yeah, it makes sense, right? But that is make it make sense for them, right? What is this? Oh, this is the store. Uh, Polars. I think I applied already for this one. Let me check. So it's oh, 10 stack. I'm not gonna do too much extensive stuff for this one. So because it's they ask high, but there's no pay. Like every time when I see there's no significance, I won't be significant as well. So let me apply. Okay. Cover letter. I'm not gonna write a cover letter like, no. Done. Okay. Let's see. I think I already applied to this. Yes, we did. Okay. We haven't done Angular, but like how important is the Angular here? No. Where? You say it's in Amsterdam, but I have to go not in Amsterdam. Getting a headache already. Okay. Headaches. It's closed permanently. What's going on? I want to see what's going on. They don't exist. It's not loading as well. Okay, Hypex. Amsterdam. It doesn't exist. Nope. And they're permanently closed. What the hell is this? Okay, so they're lying because it's not in Amsterdam. Okay. Yeah. No, this is not LinkedIn, but there are many sad scam games. Right, like sad scam. Like I probably applied to 2 already for the scams, and they will send me a message on WhatsApp like, hey man, if you have a job for you, you know, like I'm not gonna apply. Right. So. Okay. Right, this is the last one here. Let's see. PHP. Living near Amsterdam. Okay, tricky. Okay, where is it? Ah, okay. I know where it is. Ooh, WordPress website. Okay. And what are they asking? So what do you want? I'm not sure what's going on. And you have to apply at their website. Where exactly? Yeah, this is sad scam. Not because of the website or anything like that. The scam, what the scam is not only like these people do not exist. I'm gonna look for it and they're not gonna exist. And you cannot apply at their, well, let me test it out. Okay? Give me a second. Okay, let me see. If I go to the website, what will happen? Okay. Front developer. The G20 solutions. This can be true, right? I need to email them. I'm gonna think about that. Okay. What do you want? What is this? Green tech engineering. What's going on? Let me translate it into English so you can see. Let me see. Translate it. Okay. Apply to the employee's website. I'm gonna take a screenshot because I'm tired of sending resumes at the moment. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay. Creative products. What do you want? I have no idea what this jargon means. Okay, last page. What is this? The hell? I'm not gonna do this. What do you want? Oh, I already applied to this? Ah, I see. Okay. So this is like the other job, so it's fake. Okay. Now I know that I did a fake one. Okay. Talented and experienced. gonna. What does this mean? Technicals. Technicals. Yeah, it's not in Amsterdam, so unless it's remote. Let me see. There's nothing said about remote, so okay. Let me see. We applied to like 5 to 10 or something. Now. Let me see some. Give me 1 second. Okay. Inbox. Okay. I'm gonna go to spam. Okay, I don't see anything in spam. Good. Alright. So we can close this off. This one as well. This one as well. Okay. Good. Okay. Alright. I had a plan. Let me see what the plan is. Not here. What we do need to do? We already did 20 of this one. We need to do JavaScript, 20 of that one. So let's do the React questions in order. We did 2 today. 2 React questions. Okay, if you call in data attributes. Okay, so which one would I like to do? Let's do the JavaScript one. So we're not gonna do React. We're gonna do some JavaScript. And then we should also have Run.js. Let me see. How's the pricing now? Ooh, they increased the pricing for licensing for 2 devices though. We'll see. You can open a VS Code. A folder. We're gonna do new folder. Test.js. Okay. No one cares. Okay, let's do main.js. Great. Now that we did that, we're gonna go to GitHub React interview. Not this one. I wanted to do the this one. So we're gonna do the first 20. What are the possible ways to create objects in JavaScript? So I think I know one. So for object is new object. Right? That is a way. We don't use this though. We could say for like const object is object. I think that's also a keyword. Okay. Object 2. And I think you can say const bracket object. I think you can do it immediately like this, and then you can say like name is key, and obviously you need to do this one, and then value is 5. I think these are the 3 ways you can make an object. We don't use this one. We barely use this one, but this is the most commonly used. So let's see what the answer is. Okay. Well, we have this one. We have this one. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot the invoking. You need to invoke, obviously. Yeah. Okay. All right. Um, this is the object. Okay, what is this? Yeah, you can do it as much as you like, right? And then you can say object create. Okay. I'm not gonna go too deep with the this one. What is a prototype chain? I've never heard of that. Okay, let me actually write these things down. So let's duplicate this one. Where can you duplicate? Can you not duplicate? Copy, paste. Oh, you can, but insert worksheet. God damn it. Okay, delete. Yes. Okay, delete the sheet. Um, copy. Move or copy. Create a copy. Okay. And we're gonna name this JS. We're gonna name this React. And this one, question one is object ways. And the date that we did this is 19th. And the result was this and that. Okay. Oh, this is an actual example. Okay. Okay. Great. We did green, so we can do green. We don't have to do this anymore. Okay, the second one. Second one is called prototype chain. I have no idea what that is, so immediately we can argue that this is wrong. Okay, prototype chain. Right? We're gonna do 20 of this. Did you ask these questions in interview? These are basic concepts you need to know. I don't know all of them, and I probably don't gonna ask them, but you never know. You have to be prepared to everything. Okay, I said red, but it's obviously bad because I made a mistake. Okay, what is it? Prototype chaining is built to use new types of objects based on existing ones. It is similar to, oh, it's inheritance. Okay, it's inheritance in a class-based language. Yeah, okay. So inheritance means that based on this object, you can make a similar object of that. Okay. Similar to inheritance. Okay, let's um ChatGPT cook. So we have something in mind, right? Some practical stuff. Okay, what is a prototype chain? Give me some example code in JS as well. Okay. 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 Let's read. Creating a person object. Create function person name, this name age. Okay. Adding a method to do the person prototype. Okay. Person prototype greet. Okay, so you're adding on. Okay. So you inherit this, then you get add on ingredient function, and this is this name and this age. So this one is added to this one, but it's called something else. We don't know what it is, right? Creating a new person instance, let person 1 be new person. Okay, this is an instance. I'm gonna show you soon what questions they really ask. Calling the create method, which is inherited from another prototype. Yes, that is true, because we made a prototype and checking in prototype saying person 1 proto is equal to person prototype and proto object prototype 2. Okay, let me see how it works. Person 1 is an instance of person. That's true. When we call person 1 with greet, JavaScript looks for the greet method on the person 1 object. Yes, that's true, because it created a person 1 from this one, like a new person with these ones with the method of this one. Okay. If the greet method is found on person or prototype, so it is invoked. Yeah, okay. If greet was not found, then JavaScript considers setting up the prototype chain to object prototype, the root of all objects. Modifying the prototype chain. You can also modify the prototype of an object directly. Allow adding or change method at runtimes. Okay. Adding a new method to the person prototype after the object is created. Okay, person prototype say goodbye function. Yeah, we already did that. Now person 1 can use this. Yes. Example with object create. You can also create an object directly based on another object using object create, which allows you to set the prototype of a new object explicitly. Okay, so this is an object. We said conjug object create animal. Okay, but this is real inheritance. This is what you do in like C++, maybe Python. That's the things what you would do, right? You would create an object and then you say create an object based on this object called stored in doc. And doc speak is function. Hey, I am the dog. Okay. You can add new properties to the doc object. Doc.breed. Okay. Doc.breed. Okay. What is it? Objects inherit properties and photo specialized property. These are things that you see if you're gonna use the browser. But now we know what it is, right? So prototype chain is an object inherit properties and methods from another chain. So we could argue that prototype chain is basically I have to create an object, right? You have an object here, and then 2, right? And then we could say const bracket is object create. Oh, that's too decisive. It's gone as well. What the hell? Okay, object create, and we say bracket object 2, and then we can also extend that. How did they extend that? Okay, by just saying dot something. Okay, object create. You have to be careful. I have to do this one, right? Else it wasn't create. So let's do console log, and we're gonna do bracket. Okay, let's run this. Let's see, run. Not start debugging. Not sure if this works. second, guys. Also, bracket z2. Okay. Where would I run my file? Go to file, run without debugging. Sure, Node.js. Yeah, so you see, name key value 5. Now let's extend that. We could say bracket dot math is, I don't know, something plus minus whatever something. And now what I want to do, I'm not sure if this one will work, right? But we can try. Undefined, yes, that makes sense because I'm in a not in a parent. Okay, maybe this will work. Yeah. Okay, great. Now we know what it is, and we practiced. So we're gonna do this as yellow, and oh yeah. So a mistake. Clueless. Okay, the second time I want to practice this is actually tomorrow. Okay, next one. Go back to top. Next one. What is the difference between call, apply, and bind? Okay, so I do know bind. Bind means it's a way of concatenating. Call and apply, I'm not sure. Okay. So let's see. The call method invokes a function with a given this value and arguments provided one by one. Okay. Invokes the function with a given this value and allows you to pass an argument as an array. Oh, that's very interesting. I'm not sure why you would do that though. Binds returns a new function allowing you to pass any number of arguments. Okay, then I was wrong. Call and apply are pretty much interchangeable, yes. Both execute the function immediately. You need to decide whether it's easy to send in an array or in a comma separated list of arguments. What do you mean? Okay, let's try this. Then. So, okay. Let's run. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, this is the bind one. I wanted to do this one, sorry. Not the bind one. Yeah, it's I have to look up if it's actually copying. So, or if it's mutating. That is very, very important though. Let me see. Okay, so again, here it says you need to decide what is easy to bind in an array or in a comma separated list of arguments. You can remember by treating call is for a comma separated list and apply for array. We have to apply already, right? I don't get an array back. Is this an array? Is it a method? Type of array? something like that. Let me see. Type of array. No, I don't want to do this one. Check if something is array. Array is array. Yeah, it's array, but that's what I did. So what we're gonna do then, we're gonna do employee 1 is array. Do I need to pass in an argument? Not sure. We'll see. This is not my favorite method of things to do, so it's gonna be gonna give me an error. Okay. Array is array employee 1. Okay, let me see. Console log. Damn it. Okay, let's see. Think I can do this, I'm not sure. Fails. It's not an array. Okay. So then I want this is an array then. Interesting. Okay. It's not gonna work. Yeah. It's undefined because I'm using invite apply. Okay. What I'm worried about is that this does not display as an array. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna store that. We're gonna say var emp1 is okay. Can I also store employee 1? Yeah, I can do that by doing an array. Never mind. Okay. Okay, I just want to see if this makes any sense. So okay. Now I'm gonna go is array emp1. I would just want to see if it works. Okay, it is an array. This one is not an array. Okay. Okay. Just checking out. So we know the difference between them, but we didn't do them correct. So we're gonna say apply call bind. So bind is different, right? Different. And this one is separated with comma, and this one is a list, and this one is an array. Okay, so we did it bad, and wrong graph. Okay, great. Next. What is JSON and its common operation? So JSON is a format where we can store data, specifically in an object way that we can manipulate, for example, in JavaScript or those kinds of stuff. It's also used for NoSQL kind of stuff. So let's see if I'm true. Text-based format in JavaScript object, popularized by Douglas Crockford, useful when transmit data. Yeah, okay, good. So we can do that. So it is JSON. It's correct. We don't need to check that. Gonna do like 10 maybe. Okay, what is the purpose of an array slice method? So the purpose of an array slice method is to, usually in an array, to get a certain part out of the array. And the reason why we do this is to manipulate, for example, in an array to get a certain result. So let's see. Okay. Select the selected element is an array as a new. Yeah, I have to specifically say a new array. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm wrong. I will tell you what I'm wrong about. Here it's saying slice returns the selected element in an array as a new array object. But I said you cut, and that's not the same. Okay. So, what is slice? Okay, this is just wrong. Wrong definition. Okay. Okay. Next. Let's go back to the top. What is the purpose of an array splice method? So this is what I meant. I meant splice, right? It manipulates the array and gives a new array back with the stuff that we currently had, what we selected. So let's see. Splice method adds removes item from an array and then returns the removed item. Okay. So let's see. Splice 0 and 2. This returns 1 and 2. Is that true? Let me see. Splice. Oh yeah. Oh, how does this work again? Okay, so it adds removes item from an array and returns the removed item. But does it create like a new array? That's the question. Okay, so on position 0, no, on the first array, I think. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay. Between position 0 and position 2, return them. But so no, iterate until 2. So this is 0 and 1, and then it returns that. Okay. So this one, it says with position 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So from 3 moving onwards. Okay. Array original 3, splice 3, 1. So start at position 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 4. Then go to 1, 0, 1. That's 2. And then A, B, C. I think I got this wrong. I think what I need to think about is that when it comes to the splice, what the first 3 positions are doing. So the first position is the starting position, and this one is the ending position. Now you cannot end at 1. You cannot end at A, B, or C. So it is number 4. Am I correct? Or am I totally saying shit? the best way to learn is to apply it. So what we're gonna do, give me two random arrays where I can use a splice on the creative. Okay, so this is not creative, but okay, so this is our shopping live. So shopping, okay, I should say without answers. Okay. And use random splice on it without answer. Okay. Okay, then I have to think about this. Okay. Very annoying. Damn it. On the shop, well, you know what? Instead of doing that, let's actually get those. Okay. Copy. Okay. So let's see what happens. So I have to guess what this one is gonna do. So from position 2, I want one part. So 0, 1, 2. I want only one part. So song 3, song 2. And add song 6? I don't know. So my answer here is song 3, song 4, and song 6. Oh man, bullshitting. Okay, obviously it doesn't return an array. Why not? Oh wait, return. Can I do that like that? Damn it. This is going to be exciting. Song 3. Okay. So from position 2, 0, 1, 2, get 1. Okay, so song 4 is out of the place. And song 6 doesn't do anything. And then I want a console log then. Console log. Playlist after that. Let me see. Ah, oh. Okay, so the third keyword is a replacement. Okay, lesson learned. Now, this one is a big mistake, right? Let's do the second one. At position 0, select 0, so you can have song 1 removed, and added song 7 at the first position. That's what's gonna happen, I think. So it's first gonna say song 1, and then it's gonna be song 7 and the rest of them. Obviously, yeah. Okay, wait, give me a second. 4, 7, whatever. Oh, why? Oh yeah, because of this. Oh, okay. The reason why I made a mistake is because on position 0, do nothing. Do nothing, so no replacement, and do song 7. Okay, that was a mistake. That's why you practice, right? Like if I go now to a job interview and like, what, are you high? What's they gonna say? The thing is that if you are so fluent in your language and you're creating stuff, you don't do this a lot anymore. And when you are going to apply, you suddenly have to do this stuff. So, okay. Um, okay. So what I think is gonna happen? I think on position 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3, on song 4. So song 4 is gonna be pushed out. So that means that song 1, 2, 3, and 5 will be left over. If I understand correctly. Probably not, but you're like, who is this mad a mad thing? Damn it. Okay. Oh, of course. Yeah, the matrix. Yes. Sorry. Movies. Obviously this is the matrix, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4 matrix. Okay. Let's do that again. Okay. This one was correct. Let's try it again. Yeah. Like in jobs you don't do this. So it's just a job interview. Don't want you to know if you do this, right? Alright. Movies.splice. Interstellar. Okay, so on position 1, so 0, 1, Titanic, don't change anything and add Interstellar. Oh no, I'm reading it wrong. On position Titanic, for position 0, add Interstellar. So Interstellar is going to be here, before, after Inception, before Titanic. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Inception, Titanic, after. Okay, so it extended contract. Okay, I think it's better if I'm gonna look up what it actually is. So MDN, I'm gonna look up splice. Okay, start delete count. Okay. Okay. So for this one then, my fish splice on the second position, 0, 1, 2, remove 0, add drum. So before Mandarin, drum gets added. Okay. My fish splice. Okay, in second position, 0, 1, 2. On Mandarin, remove 0. So on drum and guitar will be for it. Okay, great. My fish, clown, Mandarin, sturgeon. It's also removed. On 0, so position 0. Remove 0, add angel before it. Okay, good. Okay, I think I have the hang of it, but let's try another one. Cons my fish, angel, clown, mandarin. Cons removed is my splice, fish length. Fish length is 3. So on position 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So after this one. Don't delete anything at sturgeon. Okay. Great. My fish, okay. Cons remove. My fish splice. So 0, 1, 2, 3. I've removed this one. Remove mandarin. Good. Remove, okay. Cons fish, angel, clown, drum, sturgeon. Cons removes, fish splice. 2, 1, trumpet. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, drum. Remove drum. Add trumpet in place. Okay, yes. There are many examples. Is there a difficult example as well? Okay, here. With an non-array object. Okay. Console log. Array pointer splice call. Array like 0, 1.23. Length 4. Oh, that's pretty difficult. But you would almost never do this though. Okay, let's do one more. Cons arrays width and sparse. Okay. 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Array splice. On position 1, so 0, 1. Remove 2. So you remove this empty one, and you will move to 3, 1, which means you get 1, 4, space, 6. Yeah, okay, great. Now that was a big practice, but what is splice? Splice, okay. I think I'm neutral. I think mistake. Wrong definition. So practice some more again. Okay, next one. Back to top. What is the difference between slice and splice? So slice creates a new array, and splice grabs from the array, mutates the array, and can add, remove, or do nothing. Yeah, some modifies, doesn't modify. Returns to the set. Yeah, okay, good. There's a difference between those one. We're almost at 10. So this one is good. Right. Okay. Great. Go back to the top. What's the next one? How do you compare object and map? I'm not sure what they mean. I think you cannot even compare them. Okay. I'm gonna read. Objects and maps are similar in that both let you set keys and value. Oh, they're talking about object.map. Let me see. Are they talking about that? Because I was thinking about object.map. Map property. Prototype array. Map constructor. Think this one? Yeah, they're talking about this one. Is that really important? This is for object-oriented stuff. Let's do it now and get it out of the way. Okay, so what I think the difference is that here you have a pairing key, and on objects you have a pairing value and key. So I'm not sure what you can do with this though. Let me see. Oh, arrays with 2 elements? Cool. Ah, okay. I never use this. Okay. Oh. Hmm. It's a constructor? Let me just click here. Map. Okay, here you call the keys, how many keys, right? Okay. So this is an object set and this is an object set. Oh, you use it as dictionary? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Give me a second. Using keys. So keys are countables. Let me see. Oh, okay. Some from the map iterator, it returns the first values. Okay, let me see. So yeah, 0, 1 bracket. It returns the first value. Okay. But okay, so map is set. Okay. Yeah, sure. So map basically is an array. So I'm gonna check that, right? If that is actually true, right? So let's go to map.constructor. Yeah. So let's remove this one. I'm gonna my map. I'm gonna do console log, and I'm gonna say array is array my map, and then it should say either true or false. I think it's true. God damn it. How is this not true? So is object then? So I'm not sure if this exists. Is object? Is an object? Doesn't exist. Okay. Type. Not sure if this works, but it's an object. How? Oh, maybe. How can I grab the element? This one. So it is an object of arrays. Is that what it is? Okay, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT for this. It's an object of arrays. So is my map an object of arrays? Great question. Let's break it down. Not exactly. Oh, it's a special kind of object. Okay. Okay. It is a data. It's a data type. Really? That's crazy. You can see that I never touch objects. I always touch functions because JavaScript is a functional programming language. Okay, so let's update that. We're almost there, right? So let's do. Let's write that down. Okay, so we clearly got this wrong. Clueless. We were clueless about this. Okay, great. Next one. Top. What is the difference between double equals and triple equals. So triple equals means identical, and this one is somewhat equal. That's what it means. What are the lambda expressions? Lambda expressions. Oh, let me first. So I already knew this one. So let me write that down. Need more space. Okay, great. Next. What are the lambda expressions? What are lambda expressions or arrow functions? These are anonymous functions that doesn't need a name but acts like a function. It's created by another library back in the day. That was a JavaScript library, and JavaScript took that over. That's what I know about this. So let's see. An arrow function is short and concise syntax for a function expression and does not have its own argument, super, or new target. These functions are best suited for non-method functions, and they cannot be used as constructors, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Great. So it's okay. Let's do one bonus one because this one was easy. So okay, great. Back to the top. 11. What is a first class function? It's just a class, so it's like class. Oh, class. This with a constructor. I never use this though. This is object-oriented programming. This is OOP. Maybe you use this in Python, but I don't use this. Let me see if I'm true. Maybe. Functions. Oh, wait. Did I read that wrong? Oh. I did read that wrong. It's good that I mentioned this. So that's wrong, because I read it wrong. What is a first class function? Let's see. Functions are first class objects. So object means when functions are in a language that treated like any other variable. Oh, okay. First class function. Okay. I'm not sure if I quite get it. It's just used just as like const and those kinds of stuff. It's treated um, it's treated as very important. Okay. This is a click handler function. This is something I do a lot though. So const handler with an anonymous function, which is funny to me, right? It says console log, and you can add this handler to make a click event with a button in HTML. Okay, I think that's we had it wrong though, so we have to write it as wrong, right? I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm confident. No, I'm gonna. Okay. So this is wrong. The mistake was reading, right? So awesome. Now we have to react once. I already went over the react once, but we have to review. So let me see. Is this the react one? JavaScript. Okay. JavaScript question. Oh, okay, it's gonna go all the way back. Okay, Here we are. Yeah, yeah, that's something very important what you're saying. As soon as you are fluent in something like Python or C Sharp or JavaScript, you're gonna recognize patterns. It's like a dialect, or maybe some people are gonna maybe say like an accent or anything like that, or some people call it a different language because it's called languages, right? For me, once you know one, you know the other. React is a JS library. I don't even have to check because I'm using it every day. So gonna React. Okay. Okay. Next one. What is history? I'm gonna skip the history though. No one cares. It's from Facebook. That's basically what you need to know. I'm gonna tell the recruiter if they're ever gonna ask me. I'm just gonna say, no one cares, bro. Let it go. What are the major features of React? So the major features of React are these ones. Use state. I should actually say like hooks, um, context, states, props, and data. Um, data. The, and it's a very reactive way of writing code. You don't know what it means, but if you learn React, then you will gonna know what it means. So this is my answer. Oh, this is the wrong one. Yeah, okay, here. Uses JSX syntax, yeah. So JavaScript, XML, virtual DOM. I have not written it down, but sure. Virtual DOM. Server-side rendering, SSR. Okay. It's not saying anything about this. That's very interesting. Follows unidirectional one-way data flow or data binding. Uses recomposing UI. Damn it. Bro. Okay, whatever, bro. So my mistake was too narrow because I need to be more global about the features. Okay, next one. What is JSX? JSX is a file extension in React, and this file extension is called JavaScript XML. That's it. Yeah. What is the difference between an element and a component? So an element, let me actually open the React one. So let me see what it React is test.js. There's no map. Project, follow scroll, notes. I cannot find it. Okay. Open recent. Prep. Let me change this real quick. So this is what? A form. Okay, so rename form. And I'm gonna create a new. Okay. So the question was, what is the difference between a component? So this is a component. So this is a component, and you can use this component somewhere else. I'll show you. You can say, and I need to import that. Um, import app from, I don't know, app, whatever, something like that, right? So you can import something dynamic and reusable, something anywhere else, and that is basically a component. Now an element is more rigid, so you can say React. No, I think you should do it here. React create element, and I'm not sure how you open it though. I think it's like this, and then you're gonna say first you're gonna say the tag, so it's gonna be a div. I have to think about how I'm gonna write it. Then you're gonna say what attributes you wanna have. Let's actually do this. Div, and I also want to have a class name of hello, and then for the text I want to say hello world. So this is a React element. You cannot edit it or anything like that. Okay, what's going on? This should be good. I think you write it like this, but basically it's static, you cannot change it. Whereas the components, you can change something like that. Good, bro. Yeah, how are you, bro? Are you good? Uh, Let me ask ChatGPT for. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, so it's basically this one. So okay, the class name should be opened like that. Okay, sure. Okay. Um, Hello? Okay. Yeah, we should remove this one. Great, works. Awesome. Now we did that. We also created a component actually. So let's do that. Okay. This one should be 2025. Okay, next question was how do you create components? We already did that. Awesome. Great. Should you use a class component of a function component? No, and the reason why is because class components are outdated. You only find them in legacy code, and even React says that you should not use it unless there's very specific reason. So React is like Tinker in Python. I never use it, bro. Tinker. Python. No, I know your question. I know what you're getting into. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be in UI or UI implementation, but mostly yes. So it can be somewhat compared to, like the middle part could have been compared to, I'll show you. So here could have been compared to, not sure if I can do it like this. Let me see, style, and then we can say background, let me see, ground color, it's gonna be red, and then you can say, um, actually, why double? I don't need to do double here. Okay. Oh, I actually do need, I do need this one, this one, this one. Okay. I'm gonna figure out the syntax later, but and you can say like padding 5 pixels. So you can use it for that, but it's not. It's not supposed to. Oh, okay, I see what is going on. What is your problem actually? Parsing error. This one expected. But you already have this one. Whatever. Okay. Next one. What are pure components? Okay, so pure components is something that we never use, but these are components in React that never change. That is basically it. You can change it. It has something to do with called native. You don't even see it here. That's the beautiful part. But yeah, these are components that never change. They are static, and that's what they are, and for a reason. That's my answer. Okay, let me see. Pure components are the components which render the same output for the same state and props. In function components, you can choose these pure components. Yeah, okay. This is outdated. Basically, what it's saying. So let's assume you have a tree, right? So tree like this, right? And you want this one to change, but you're using memo. Memo basically says like, hey, um, we want to optimize this, so don't remember anything else what happened before or after. So for performance reasoning, this would be very effective. That's what it's saying. Sure. Got about that part. But you would never use this because React 19, the new version, does this automatically. That's why. Um, See, this is this because I'm doing so much React. I already know a lot of stuff, so that's good. Okay, 8. Let's not go to hosting there. Too lazy to add UI to my project. I understand because you're doing backend. Why do you need to do, you know, beautiful interfaces and those kind of stuff? It doesn't make any sense, right? So, next one. 9. What is state in React? State is a how would I say it best? State is a variable or value that is subject to change. What is state in React? State of a component in an object holds some information that may change over a lifetime. Good. Very good. And you use that do you use state, right? So great. I'm not gonna explain React here. I just wanna mention that because but we're gonna do some React soon. So okay. Great. Next one. What are props in React? Props are basically arguments that you use to React. These are the data that are subject to change. Oh yeah, obviously you also have these ones, but this is basically a prop, right? But we don't write it this way. This is what we do. We say the structure, name and age, and then we say age, right? That's what we do. So yeah, these are variables that we use for data manipulation or state manipulation, basically. Let me see. There are single values objects, single values that are passed on components or similar. Our days passed down for, okay, they are passed down from parent to child, obviously. But you, sure. Okay, I will give this a neutral one because I do need to explain that. Okay. So let me, okay. Okay, that's good enough. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the practice, to practice stuff, to practice, give me a second. Move a copy, make copy. So we're gonna do React 20. So these are 20 questions that I made for preparation. So, and the first one is a counter. So let's normalize this, and I'm gonna show you soon. So we're gonna do the count. Okay, I'm gonna copy that and yeah, okay, count two. Okay. Give me a second. I will explain soon. So basically what I'm doing, I'm loading in the component count2, rendering on the screen. Count2. Okay, great. What we're gonna do is delete all these jazz. Okay, done. Okay, button, on click, done. Okay. Increment. Okay, count, reset. Okay. Let's render that on the screen. So we're gonna run the application. I do see a problem. What's the problem? This is the set count. Doesn't matter yet. Okay. So this is the object. So basically what I want to do, I want to count up, I want to count down, I want to have a reset. And usually what you do is say like, hey, you just say reset is equal to 0. Or you would say, count plus plus, right? count plus plus or count minus minus, right? That's what you usually do. Now in React it's not the same way, because these things here is direct data manipulation. In React it's a reactive state, which basically means that we are data manipulating compared to previous output. So now we have 0 output, right? And we're gonna make something. I'm gonna create a function. Nah, not really. What I'm gonna do is say on click of this button, I wanna set the count. No, wait. I wanna fire a function, set count to, I can do count plus 1, but I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna do a value which says previous, and this previous is the current state, and that's gonna update the new state. Why is it doing that? This is gonna update the new state. I want to add this argument to 1. Okay, so there's some kind of mistake here. Let's see. Let me see what it's saying. This spectrum must have one parent element. Let's just solve that. Okay. Expected closing tag for JSX fragment. We already have that. Does this solve the issue? Okay. Previous. I'm just gonna do count plus 1 because it annoys me. Count plus 1. Okay, never mind. And now it updates. Okay, very simple. Now we also wanna do the opposite. So we're gonna say on click, and we're gonna open up these brackets. Fire a function. This is a function, right? This is just a function. This is called arrow functions in JavaScript. You're gonna set a count again. Set count. And we're gonna say count. We're gonna say count. Oh no, is count less than 0? Then this is a ternary option. I'm not sure if you have the, probably you have that. We're gonna say if the count is less than 0, do nothing. Else, I wanna have count minus 1. Let's see. Great. Okay, great. Now this one is a bit weird. We're gonna say on click, because we're gonna reset the button, right? So if you were here, when we click in this should be 0. So if you're gonna say fire function, right? And you're gonna set count. And you're gonna say, well, we're gonna do like the other ones. If count is equal to 0, right? Then you wanna say, wait, count is 0. Give me a second. I wanna say set count to 0. That's what we want. So that works. Great. So we solved that. You can add function like that directly to buttons. Damn. Yeah, you can also write it like this. So you can say function um, increment, right? And think function increment. I'm not sure if how you write function. I think like this. Yeah, like this. And then we're gonna say, well, set count is then count plus one. And then instead of that, we can remove the inline and say increment, right? And that should work, right? That's the same. Now I'm a guy that likes to do these things in line because I don't want to have like a lot of rules. I just want to have as short as possible rules. So there's another way. There are probably 3 or 4 ways you can say. You can make this an anonymous function, right? So you could say const, and then you could say fire a function. Let me see, something like that. Const increment is equal to an anonymous function, and you can say like this. You can even put in parentheses if you like, but it's not necessary. Right? So 4 ways of writing it. Now I do it the other way, right? That I just showed, but yeah. All right, let's do the other practice. The second practice that we were doing is the toggle one. I really don't feel like practicing anymore, but maybe we should do something else. Kind of bored of it. Let me see how I done previously. Yeah, previous arrow, previous of one. This is an argument, right? So, okay. I think that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. Let me put off my heater for a second. It's way too hot here in here. Is there something else I can do for the prepping? Let me think. Is there something else that we can do? Let me go to the plan. So, 2 filter questions a day, 4 React questions. We did 2, but that's okay. Behavior interview, mock interview, accordion dragger, data attributes. Yeah, let's practice some data attributes. So, in HTML, and let's assume this is HTML today. Is this the count one? Yeah. You want to go to count 2. I'm gonna remove anything. So usually in HTML you say, hey, I want to have a class, which is a class name in React, and we're just gonna say hello, and then we could say, okay, well, style. Let me add some styles. Okay, and then we could say hello dot hello. We could say, well, the background. Let's do something else. The width of this is 500 pixels, and the height of this is 500 pixels. And then I'll do it like this. What's the problem? Is there a problem here? What's the problem? Oh, oh yeah, I forgot that you have to make a... Yeah, okay. I'm usually using libraries for this, so that's why. Okay. What the hell? Oh, it does need to have a closing tag. Okay, sure. No worries. Great. I'm not sure what this is all about. So basically what we did is we wrote some styling, which is going to make the box hello. And let's give it a color. So background color should be red. And let's start up the server, which is already present. Let me see. I don't see the box. Why? Let me see. Color. I'm doing it right. No, it's right. There's no mistakes here. Let's see where the border is. So border, 1 pixel, solid black. Let's see. Okay, it's not appearing. Why? Embarrassing. Where is it? How big is it? Why is it on mobile? Let me see. Okay, so it's not responding to my class. Why not? It should be though. Here, class hello. But these styles do not apply. Because of this? Yeah, okay. I figured out why. Okay, no worries. Okay, great. That works. So we did some inline styling. Great, but instead of that, I want to have a data attribute. So I'm gonna say data style box red is what I'm gonna call it. And instead of that, we could say data box style red, and it should respond the same. Yeah. And the reason why people do this is to make class names redundant and only use class name for styling. It's a very redundant way of thinking, but it's important because professionalism do use this. Okay, give me a second. So yeah, now you know that. But we're gonna explore um, data attributes MDN. We're gonna check what it's all about using data attributes. HTML is designed with extensively in mind for data that should be associated with a particular element but does not need any defining meaning. The data attributes, the global attributes. We're gonna check that soon. Data attributes allow us to store extra information on standard semantic HTML elements without other hacks such as non-standard attributes or extra properties. The syntax is simple. Any attribute or any element whose attribute starts with data is a data attribute. Say you have some articles and you want to store some extra information that doesn't have any visual representation. Just use the data attribute for that. So in this article, you have an ID of electric cars. The data columns is 3, so you say, oh, there are 3 columns of this. The data index number is how it's called in numbers, and the data parent is cars. So we know that this article is about electric cars and the parent is the car. Now why would you do this? I have no idea, because I'm learning now. Reading the values of these attributes out in JavaScript is also very simple. You should use get attribute with the first attribute to read them. You should get attribute Wait, what? You could use data attribute with the first attribute to read them, but the standard defines a simple way. A dropshipping map you can read out via dataset property. I have no idea what this sentence means. To get a data attribute to the dataset object, get the property by the part of the attribute with the name after data. Note that dashes are converted into camel cases. Let me see. Columns. Okay. Okay, so what's happening here with the dataset property, you can use the columns in camel cases to get your part. Okay, each property in a string can be read or written. In above case settings, data columns is 5, would change the attribute to 5. Oh, you can change it by just saying something. Okay. You can also use the concurrent selector, concurrent selector all, with data attribute select to find one element of elemental all matches. Okay, sure. Const articles is data selector all data columns. Okay, why is it using parentheses right now? Brackets? I'm not sure. Let me change the music for a bit. I'm gonna have some jazzy sounds going on. Give me a second. Okay. No music? Done? Not playing at all. Interesting. Not sure why that is. Oh, this one does play. Okay, whatever. Okay, so you do call them with data columns. Did I set it to G? Yeah, okay. Okay, it's looping through. I'm not gonna, okay, let me explain what's happening. So if you're using JavaScript in the DOM, which means in the front end, you could say, okay, select all data columns that is equal to 3. So these two. But it doesn't know which one you want, right? So you have to loop through that with a for each loop. I'm not sure if you have it in Python or C#, but basically it's like a for loop. Yeah, it's like a for loop, but kind of not. It's just a different way of representing the for each is specifically for, I would say, arrays though. No, don't call me on that. Okay, articles. Let me see. Okay, so for all articles, okay, now this doesn't matter, so this can be removed. With this argument, article dataset index number. We don't know what the index number is. Let me see. Index number. Okay. So here's basically what's the same. For all data columns, right? So here have data columns. We want to. This is not used. This is not used. For all columns that have an exact tree, we want to loop over them and say what are the index numbers of those. So this one would return these numbers and these numbers. So let's test that out, okay? So you guys can see what's happening in the browser or in JavaScript. Now let's do it in the browser. So let's go here. Let's go to the console, and we're gonna say, please update console if you don't ever reveal it yourself. Allow pasting. What is this? Please type allow pasting. Okay. Okay. You wanna have this, and now you're gonna say. Let me see. Did I do it incorrectly? No. Yes, I did, because it doesn't know about this. Okay, that's a pretty stupid for me. Sorry, I'm dumb. To use this, I need to have an HTML and a JS file. I don't have that, but trust me on this, that this is going to return these ones. Okay. Now that we know that, I want to go back to. Let me see. Did we use everything? Let me see. Okay, how to use it in the CSS. Data, gotta go, my battery is about to die. Bye. Okay, see you, bye. Thank you. Note that data attributes are in plain HTML attributes. You can easily access in CSS. Or you can specifically say first the tag, or yeah, okay. Let's try that out. So can we say can we say div? Will it still work? Yes, okay. Now we know that you can do this. So no problem. Next. You can also use the attribute selectors in CSS to change the style according to the data. Huh? Okay, I don't know how they do this though. Content is attribute. I'm not even gonna think about it. Okay, let's see here. What the hell is this? Okay, I think I pretty much get the gist. So from now on, we're not gonna use classes, we're gonna use data attributes strictly. I don't see any outputs. It's not me. Okay. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. Okay, so after it says data ID, attribute. Oh, okay, very interesting. So you can store data here. You can store data here, and you can actually use it in a CSS like that. Oh, that's crazy. Cool. Okay, let's try that out, actually. What do we want to push though? No, let's not try it out. We're probably never gonna do this, so. Okay, now we know that. Is this something I am forgetting? So if we want to push this out, then I say attribute and we say then ship the data.id. Oh, okay. Then we say data ship ID. Then let's try to edit it here. So let's give, I don't know, data weapons, right? Okay. So and we're gonna use that one after here. Okay. And instead of that, okay, and then I want to push yeah, I'm doing something wrong, and then what I'm doing wrong is this one. Okay, so now you see that these ones, but what I want to do is data, and it's called data weapons. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Now we know that. That's amazing. Let's try one with this one. So with 3. Let's actually remove these ones. Okay. And we're gonna put that one here. We're gonna put that one here. We're gonna put that one here, and we're gonna say, not data weapons. We're gonna say ship ID. Okay. And then we're gonna say data ship ID. Yeah, great. Okay, now we know. So what we should not forget is that if we want to use it in JavaScript, we should use the dataset. And what we also should do is don't forget to put these ones. Okay, so we can cross that off our list, and we are at 20 here, and we are at 10 here. We are at 2 here. So we really need to do, we didn't do this one. This one is not inventory. Okay, yeah. Okay, updated. Great. That is it, guys. It's been 3 hours. We have been practicing a lot. It doesn't seem like a lot, but yeah, we also did some job searching. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it for now. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you've seen me make a 600 today in 7 years, and I will see you on to the next one.